Happy Wednesday and good morning. I'm Chief Meteorologist Mackenzie Lake. We have a dense forecast to get into, so I'm here to break it down section by section. The general overview, we're going to have some cool mornings, and watches and mornings will mirror that. We're also watching out for king tides, the possibility of some coastal flooding, and warm weather is ahead of us with some Santa Ana winds in the forecast. First things first, we have a ton of watches, warnings, and advisories to get into, so let's talk about what's happening early this morning. A freeze warning and sub-freezing conditions expected for interior San Luis Obispo. We're talking temperatures around 28 to 30 degrees. A frost advisory for the Ojai Valley right around 29 to 33 degrees there. Both of these will be allowed to drop off by 8 o'clock in the morning, but bundle up as you head out the door. Another thing that we're watching out for, lots of activity in the ocean waters. Another round of king tides is in the forecast, and that's due in part to our final supermoon of the year. So tonight, I think skies should be pretty clear for most areas. If you can head out and snap a picture, this is going to be the second largest moon of the year, right behind that beaver moon we talked about in November. We're going to be watching out for it to rise during the longest night of the year, and it's named the cold moon because we are in the winter seasons. Let's take a look here. It's feeling like lit up like a Christmas tree with all our watches and warnings out there. So let's talk about every single one section by section. Coastal flood advisory, we're going to be talking all things tides for at least the next minute or so. Flooding seawater is very likely down in Ventura County. We're talking 4 to 7 foot waves. This was pushed back through noon on Thursday, and we're definitely going to be seeing those bigger impacts when it comes to our west-facing beaches. High surf advisory, large breaking waves, 8 to 12 feet up in San Luis Obispo. This was also pushed back until noon on Thursday. Dangerous rip currents for every single beach area. What you really need to know is to stay away from the immediate coastline at least until Thursday afternoon, if not even until Saturday. We have our beach hazard statement lasting through Saturday evening in Santa Barbara and all areas highlighted in blue. Our waves around 3 to 6 foot, but still dangerous rip currents no matter where you're located. So another thing that we're tracking when it comes to our on-land conditions, well, warm weather and Santa Ana winds. Let's talk about our wind advisory kicking off today, lasting through late Thursday afternoon. Northeasterly push 25 to 35 miles per hour, but gusts upwards of 45. So any loose items outside have the possibility of being blown away. Make sure they are locked down. Here's a look at the general overview and why everything looks a little bit funky today heading through the rest of our work week. So you can see we have this very chilly Arctic air mass pushing through the Four Corners region. That is battling this massive high pressure system off into the coastline. We are kind of in the Goldilocks scenario, so temperatures today, some 60s, some low 70s out there, but things are changing and changing quickly. Now we have a stronger offshore flow as we track through Thursday, and high pressure wins out this battle. We're going from the blues back into these warmer shades. That means warm weather into our weekend and toasty weather in the extended. That high pressure system is set to expand even further, and by the second week of December, you can see here temperatures, we might be looking at some 80s out there, possibly breaking some records, so kind of a middle of December heat wave. Here's a look at temperatures today. You can see here that Goldilocks scenario occurring. Sunny and 65 in Santa Barbara. No complaints for any microclimates. However, it is a cold night. Keep that in the back of your mind as well. Probably more frost and freeze alerts. Sub-freezing temperatures through California Valley. San Luis Obispo, 36 degrees tonight. And Ventura County, we're looking pretty chilly tonight as well. So make sure that you're keeping an eye on the forecast as it's always changing, and stay away from the beaches today.